Don't look at me. Don't even put
No,
the
I
cameras
just
on
made
me.
you
That's your people. We thought maybe you knew about his academic achievements.
His name
You
is
know what I'm saying?
Akademiks, so we thought maybe.
Yeah, you maybe you know about
Right,
his, you know what I'm
like-
saying?
My friend, no, look, Akademiks has always been on his investigative courtroom reporting on
No, he
legal.
has.
He
Yeah.
does
Yeah.
love
No,
that, right?
he does,
He's
he does
thorough,
that, he
but
does that.
when it, like, I have had no conversations about this, about Megan, about Tori, about none of it. I don't know. I can't tell you what's going on in his mind. I could hit him and ask him,
But we do know we love the promo, my man. Ladies and gentlemen, you have locked into Rap Life Review. I'm your host, Ebro. Join me, Low Key, and Nadeska as we get into the Rap Life playlist, the hottest records out right now, the new albums, the business, and the culture of hip-hop. No topic is off limits. It's Rap Life Review. Rap Life Review. We are here with the family in the living room.
That's what we call it?
I mean, why not? We chilling. This is the office. This is the Rap Life Review offices at Apple
I
Music.
like it.
he finally invited us, though. It took a
Yeah,
while.
it took you a minute.
I mean, you know, listen, man. I had to vet you individuals and make sure you
Vet?
was clear, clean. You
You
know,
mean the employees of Apple Music?
vaxxed. You know what I'm saying? Tested. Background checks.
Really?
You know what I'm saying?
He
These.
just had to pick out the right pillows. I
Bro,
think
the-
that took a minute.
Yeah, we had to figure that out.
You made
But
a
the
good choice,
How you like the
process.
pillows? You like the pillows?
They're right. They're right.
Kanye took the IG over the weekend and had some things to say. And so did Pete Davidson, which is interesting. Nadeska, anything you want to say here as a new parent and currently in a successful relationship as you watch this Kanye thing unfold in a very, should I say, sad manner?
No, I mean, I thought Pete Davidson was always just gonna ignore him, but I was surprised to see him get so sassy in the text messages. But can you blame him at this point?
No, absolutely not.
I'm surprised though. He said he's been keeping SNL off Kanye's back and everything. If I were him, I wouldn't have gone that far. I'd have let them do what they do. But
Well, he even said, Pete Davidson said more than that in those texts about
mental health. He invited him to have a
protecting the
conversation.
kids
Yeah.
and like, you know, making, you know, Kim being a great mom and, you know, let's have a convo. And I struggle with some of the similar things you struggle with mental health. You should get some help or let's talk, let's meet, et cetera, et cetera. But Lo, I don't know. We've been saying the same things for weeks and weeks. I don't know if there's much to add here.
I think now it's getting very, very personal. I think now it's getting embarrassing for the kids. I think Kanye has been poking at Pete for so long, saying things, doing things, and now it's an issue that he's kind of reached his limit of how much he's going to tolerate from Kanye. And I'm sure it's affecting Kim, and I'm sure he's seeing the effects of it because, you know, they're dating, whatever. But I'm not mad at the energy. Yeah. Like, Pete's been taking on this for months and months through the music, videos, Twitter, Instagrams, you know, behind the scenes, in front of the scenes. So I'm not mad at none of this. I'm not mad at Pete sticking up for himself and even offering like an olive branch. Like, hey, man, I've been through this. I understand what you're going through. But, you know, Kanye just has to stop. And it's just every other week it's something new. So
Well, this is very Kanye. All of this is very Kanye.
But I think we thought, because the album came out, like you guys said, this would die down at some point.
I thought it would.
But I mean, him in the text messages just continuing to tell Pete, come to Sunday service, and him trying to be like, bro, this is not about press. I'm trying to have a conversation about our lives and our family. Like, the come to Sunday service thing is weird. What does he want him to come do? To worship? Does he really want him to come for the press look? Is he going to fight Pete Davidson at Sunday service?
He's definitely not
It
going to
doesn't
fight.
make sense. You know what I mean? So I'm curious, like, what that would have changed if that's just
like
the only place you could have a conversation.
you made a video of yourself killing him.
Right.
Like, so now we really, really know how you feel about this man. Obviously, you feel away because he's around your kids. You know, he's dating your ex-wife.
I'm sorry to cut you off, man. I gotta say, the whole video of him with Pete Davidson's head and burying it with roses, it's not like a video where it was a reenactment with a real pistol. And like, you know what I'm saying? It was claymation, y'all. Like it was.
Yeah, but still.
No,
that's
like,
the
I get the
point.
sentiment that like, yo, you killed this guy in a video. But we've seen videos where people have actually reenacted in hip hop and it just movies where it looks real life. This was so not real life and more
Ebro,
artistic
but in the
than anything.
context of it, artistic, but in the
But I
context
get
of
what you're
it,
saying. I just hate that it comes up like he really.
But the parallels are too close.
To what?
To how he feels about this man.
He's gonna cut his head off and bury it
Bro,
with
like
roses?
he's making threats.
Like, what are we talking about?
Has he not threatened Pete
I get all
Has
of
he
that.
not ran him off Instagram?
That's worse. By the way, those things are worse than the actual claymation videos. All I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
So couple it. Put it all
Bundle
in one
it.
package.
Right. Like if this wasn't happening in real life and he dropped this video in 2 years,
all right, cool, whatever.
that's
Like,
a little bit different.
whatever. He don't like Pete Davidson.
No,
cool,
I'm not
whatever.
saying that. I just think that the claymation video is overstated. Is all I'm saying.
It's too many things leading
But
up to
added
that.
together, I get why people. I get
just
it.
looks crazy. That's
I just
it.
had to say it's claymation. And
No,
he
we
buried,
get- no,
he
we
buried
get
the guy's
it.
head with roses.
It's art. We get it. Art of subjective. We get
That's
it.
all. It looked like the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer
We
Santa
get-
Claus thing
Bro,
they used to show
I totally
every year on
get
TV.
it. But when you're mad about somebody being around your kids,
I understand.
your ex-wife,
I understand.
calling him ski,
I
this, that, and the
understand.
third, and
I
you drop that out of nowhere,
I understand.
that don't 1 and 1's not adding 2 with that. That's all I'm saying.
No, I understand. Stuff like this checks all the boxes when you're looking at what I guess the greater conversation is. Kim and Kanye, A-list celebrities. So if they do something, it's going to be news. A celebrity relationship. Everybody loves relationship mess and discussion. And then children
All
of
things-
celebrities.
Oh, yeah.
And parenting and all of this. Yo, people stopped to see what Kanye had to put up on IG the other day.
And he took it all down, too.
He put it up, took it all down. But he knew it was going to get shared.
Yeah.
People are going to take it and share it. Just like the Pete Davidson texts, they got put up and taken down by whoever the SNL writer was, but they knew it was going to go on and move around.
And then today, the trailer for the Kardashian final season just dropped.
on Hulu.
Perfect.
So it all lines up.
Great. Excellent.
So is it real or is it rollout?
Everything is a rollout.
We're just part of the free marketing plan.
According to
That's
my man,
cool.
officially Ice, everything is a rollout.
Everything's a part of the rollout.
Right.
But I think there's another component of the Kanye West thing with comedian DL Hughley. Did you guys see that?
Saw
part
that
of it?
too. Saw that too.
Which DL, DL is holding no punches. Remember, DL came out and was like, yo, Kanye's behavior should be concerning. Like, people are laughing and all that shit, but I don't care how many hits or beats you made. That shouldn't somehow gloss over the fact that if you weren't who you were and we saw this kind of behavior, we would be very concerned. And if I was Kim Kardashian's parent or someone who loved her, I would be very concerned.
Which is why I don't know why he took particular aim at DL, because those kind of sentiments have been echoed through the entire entertainment community, public and non-public. So I don't know what struck the chord with that. Like, what he said wasn't false. What he said hasn't been said. We've said it. A lot of other people said it. So I don't know why he took aim specifically and so harshly at DL, saying I have enough money, I can afford to hurt you, this, that, and the third. So if Kanye saying that to me, I'd probably have the same reaction to DL, like what DL said.
I'm confused that when Kanye became this person who was going to physically threaten people, when did that transition take place?
That's why I'm like, where's this?
Kanye has never been the guy
he's
that's
not
like
that guy. So I'm like, where's this attitude? Where's this new persona coming from? Like, is it leaning towards like he's really off the meds? Is it leaning towards he's really having a breakdown in front of us? Because he's never been a violent person. I've never heard him threaten anybody in or out the music. So now it's this because of the behavior you're inhibiting in front of all of us. What do you think we're gonna say? This looks crazy.
It definitely feels like he's spiraling out of control.
Like, yo,
more and more
fam, you're
every
bugging.
week. Yeah.
I think it should be noted too, because terms like spiraling out of control, off the meds, control. I think somebody in here said he can't control the narrative. I think when we talk about mental health, I found myself really trying to understand the perception of people who have experienced mental health issues, what these meds, I guess, are, because I'm not well versed in it at all, so I'm just learning and listening to people. And it is about, there is a control factor of controlling your emotions and being able to sort clearly through an emotional episode, where individuals, some have better abilities than others. Some have better vocabulary, which enables them to actually articulate what they're feeling better than others. And then you have people who, they don't have any filter at all. The emotions come and it's just like they have no way to reel it back in. And I think as a society, I think a lot of people are unclear about how a society is supposed to function, which is why people look at Kanye and they go, there's individuals who look at him and say, I mean, he's just telling his truth. That's his reality. Nah, he's keeping it real. And some people are like, I mean, I don't know if you're supposed to keep it this real.
Right.
And I think some people celebrate emotional outbursts. Some people celebrate unfiltered emotions.
We celebrated that part of Kanye for a very long time. George Bush
we
doesn't like black
tolerated
people.
it.
I mean, I loved it. I celebrated it. I'm not even going to say I tolerated it. I'm going to say I loved it.
We loved it through the lens of music. We loved it through the lens
culture, when it got to politics, and he clearly didn't know what he was talking about with the Trump era, things got very dark and murky here. And now seeing him do this to his family, I don't know how you could look at this as an emotional outburst that you find entertaining or you feel like is him speaking truth. When it comes to your family and your loved ones, that's not something for the public to be a part of. And we're watching him go deeper and deeper into this. And we were talking about Genius in the last episode of the trilogy, him explaining that he didn't like being on the meds. I assume that he feels like he's losing control of himself in some way, back to that idea of control. It makes him gain weight. You feel like you're not in control of your body. We understand all of that. But at the point where you're hurting the people that you love the most, maybe it's worth you making that sacrifice. If that's really what's happening, that he's not taking the meds. But again, we don't know. But I think we're past the point of it just being him speaking his truth. This is not truth anymore.
Big topic though, Kanye still, Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj sat down with Joe Budden. I don't know if you guys saw the convo. It was a great conversation. I had no idea that Joe Budden and Nicki Minaj had some sort of dust up a while ago where they were, had a problem. I missed that whole thing.
Yeah.
But now Nicki has revealed that Kanye told her, I didn't want to do a YEEZY collab with you because my wife would have a problem with that. Well, now it's ex-wife, but at the time it was
I don't know if it was, we don't know if Kim actually said that, but that's what Kanye told her. Yeah, Kanye told her. And she had an issue with it because she was like, as a black woman coming to a black man who has power to make these collaborations work, she found it kind of like discerning, like, damn, like I thought this could be something. This could be a big collaboration, Nicki and Kanye, two polarizing figures. And I guess he was just like, well, if my wife is going to do it, she should do it first before you. And I get both sides, but I kind of lean towards Nicki because she has the power to make move. Clearly he does too. Not to say Kim doesn't, but, Nicki, could have made that spark. I think more so than Kim. But that's his wife or ex-wife.
Yeah, I mean, that's debatable. I mean, Kim's reach is crazy. Nicki's reach is crazy. I think the more interesting piece for me was I was happy to see that somebody like Nicki Minaj, who could go probably to many brands and create a business partnership, was like, nah, I want to do something. Kanye's got a
thing over here.
Yeah, I think that's dope. Yeah. Like, I love to see powerful people, especially in hip hop, leverage one another. And the fact that Nicki was interested in that, because I mean, I don't know what her partnerships with Fendi was. Like, I don't know what the business structure of those other things that she did are. But I was mostly happy that she had that wherewithal to go ahead and reach out to him and try to do something. I think that was dope.
Yeah. Kanye is very specific about his fashion. Him and Kim got together. I think maybe she explained this too. It's like she became his Barbie doll, kind of. Like, he seemed very controlling in like her image and picking out her clothes and all of that. I think it was even on the show. So I'm sure that played into it in a way too. It's probably not just him feeling like Kim could be the only one.
He probably, if he collabed with Nicki, Nicki would want to
Nicki wouldn't be like, exactly,
thing, right?
At least 50-50 you would assume. So that could be part of it too.
How do you guys feel about the Nicki Minaj, Lil Kim versus? Does that make sense to you?
It's a generational gap that would divide the consumer, which is
meaning the viewer of the versus.
The viewer. So, and it's not a bad thing because it would close the gap. It would be parallel to see, how much influence they have on each other, or Kim had on Nicki. It would expose Nicki fans to who Kim really is, remind us who Kim really is, and remind us how dope Nicki is. I think that'll be a very teachable moment, a very celebratory moment, and it would just finish off that they have beef, there's an issue, whatever the case is. As we all know, hip hop is very competitive. That would be a competitive versus. Me being the old head that I am, I'm siding with, with Kim. But that would be fun to watch. 2 female rappers who set the stage for a lot of female rappers nowadays, just to see them celebrate each other. But also to see them compete, which is what Versus was originally about.
Now, do you agree with Joe Budden that the only people that could compete with Nicki in a Versus whom are women is Missy and Kim?
Yeah.
Would it have to be a woman? Would it just not make sense for Nicki to do Versus against a male rapper?
Who?
At least it widens the field.
Who?
I still don't know if I know the answer.
What,
But with
Drake?
Missy, it's a similar thing. Nicki and
No
Drake.
no one could do nothing with Missy. Let's just put that on the table. Like, no one.
Hits-wise.
Hits-wise, like, we're talking about producing, writing, singing, featuring, hooks, remixes. No one is touching Missy.
Yeah.
Missy and Hove are just off the table. I
think in a tight 20, Nicki features, obviously not writing and producing the way Missy,
Against
but I'm
Missy?
just saying, the number of songs that Nicki has with Wayne, Drake, features, her own singles. She's got a lot. She could do very well.
Against Missy?
Yes, she could do very well. Yes.
No.
I think so.
Not at all.
In a tight 20.
No. I'm sorry. And it's no disrespect to Nicki. I love Nicki, and I'm not trying to have this issue that you always try to drum up with me in the barbs. I'm not saying
I
that.
didn't bring that up. I mean, I don't know why you reminded people. It should be noted, too, now that Snoop Dogg controls or owns Death Row Records, if you go to Death Row, as we sit here and talk right now, in Apple Music, none of the catalog is there.
Ebro, how does this work on the back end? If someone's going to pull their entire catalog, is there an email chain or something where they give people a heads up that they
the
just do it?
platform is the platform. People could, whoever the owners are.
Just take it off and that's
They
it.
can add or remove whenever they want.
Just like that.
Yeah, it's not like they have to get our approval
Yeah,
to
it's like, I
control
don't think
their...
they hit
Or like,
these.
yo, heads up. We're taking this off. Just so you know when
There
people start
may
hitting
be
me
an
tomorrow.
alert to somebody on the tech side or something like that, but it's not like we have...
Jurisdiction over it.
we don't have jurisdiction over people's content. They control that. You know what I mean? We just provide.
So all we can do is speculate. So what are we speculating?
Well, remember he said he was going to make it a completely an NFT label.
Right. What does that mean?
Yeah, like, somebody
I don't
break that down to me like I'm 5 years old. What is an NFT? What is that?
NFT, it stands for non-fungible token.
Fungible?
Fungible, which is like, it doesn't go away. It's non-fungible. It'll never not exist. Basically, you have digital art or some sort of digital thing beyond just the record, right? So
Beyond the physical aspect of something.
the physical aspect of just the audio, there might be a visual aspect, a digitally visual aspect that he may apply to the music in some way, and probably trying to get people to go buy whatever this other thing is.
Like
right?
pictures or album covers or
All the things. Merch.
All the things.
merch,
Yeah.
All the things.
It's just so
All the
confusing to me
things.
sometimes. I know like in the next few years, I think this is going to be everywhere. All artists are going to have like their content and their merch in it. But at this very moment, I don't understand how that works. Like for an entire catalog, like Death Row, taking it off all other streaming platforms to do that yet. But maybe Snoop...
you'll have to go buy it. Maybe it'll be almost like Kanye with the stem player, where it's only available in a certain format now.
So everything will live in like one home, almost.
We're guessing.
Yeah.
But it could. He could be remastering and remixing it for a larger release of some sort. Where there's certain things that I've never heard before.
Right.
Or, it's all speculation, but I thought, the audience should know that Snoop is definitely doing something with the Death Row Records. Now, also go check out that Benny the Butcher album. I love the album. I spent a lot of time with the Benny the Butcher album this weekend.
I did.
Tana Talk 4. And the Lil Durk album, which is dominating the Apple Music charts around the world.
First #1 album in 10 years, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I read over the weekend.
Had he had a #1 before this?
I don't believe so, and I think a lot.
So it's his first #1.
I believe. Yeah, I'm saying okay, first #1. I believe. But yeah, a lot of people were just cheering him on. Proud of his process, proud of the fact that he stuck to it. Where he comes from. the things he's been through, the evolution of his music. I think this album is pretty much a culmination of all of that. And you like to see the young guys win. You like to see them stick at it and not get discouraged, especially all the nonsense he's been through.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So this is like a big crowning moment.
Yeah, that intro track on the album made me like sad.
Yeah.
Like if you don't just start with the singles and you go in order, it's a lot to unpack that he's been through. So definitely a full circle moment. We were listening before the show started, and our producer Whit was playing it and showing me that I think, what was it, like every song on the album was like in the top of the Apple like global charts. Like Durk was like 1 to 14 or something, which is crazy.
He's got the whole top 20, I think, right?
Nuts. That's a moment.
It's a great thing to see.
Yo, congratulations, Durk. I known you a long time. I remember when he had a deal, didn't have a deal. We were still supporting him. You know what I'm saying? He would come by, whether it was Apple Music or even just radio, and just promoting. You know what I mean? And it's definitely worthy of like celebration, right? When you see somebody get this far.
Yeah.
When
they counted you out. Yeah, when they counted you out just a few years ago.
I mean, his brother dying, his best friend dying, King Von. That's enough to take you out creatively.
For our last topic today on Rap Life Review, we're going to talk about Nadeska's friend, DJ Akademiks.
Yo, call that right now, bro.
What the hell is going on?
It's too early. Act's not going to be up right now. Listen, I just want to say for the record, and then you guys can go at this for as long as you please. Ak and I have a personal relationship. We're not friends. After being coworkers for a very long time, we will remain friends. Business-wise,
for sure.
I have nothing to do with any of this. So you guys, just...
Well, this is all wrestling, right? So
you guys have been wrestling for a long time now.
Yeah, it's all wrestling.
Let's get the update.
I don't know what's going on. Lo, you brought it to my attention first. That was the first I actually heard about it.
Twitter brought it to my attention.
Okay, so what happened?
He has me blocked. So
wait, you're blocked by Ak?
Yeah, I'm blocked on Twitter.
I was there too. We blocked each other before we met too.
I'm blocked on Ak.
Wait, you blocked him?
No. Akademiks and I had blocked Ak and he blocked me before we became co-workers at every day. Never mind, just continue. Forget it.
Hold up.
Forget it.
Hold up. What's going on out here, fam? Wait. So all right. Why? I need, give me the why. I don't know.
I mean, like, I can have an idea of why he might have blocked me. He might have said some things or about his opinion. I don't know him as a person.
Okay.
So before we dive into this, Ak, I don't know you as a man. I just know you as a personality.
An entity.
A talking head.
Right.
So
I've never met him.
Never met him. But that's where we have differences of opinions.
I emailed him once from early when he used to just say his narration over YouTube videos because I thought he was doing a good job.
I think you told me about that.
Yeah, and I had emailed him and we just never linked.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you would see certain that he would say on Twitter and Instagram, whatever the case is. I guess whatever I was saying, he was getting tired of. So he just blocked me. I'm like, all right, cool. So everything I would see is through like third party, lenses. So earlier this weekend, said, yo, why Ak got you on the screen? I'm like, here we go. Like, what the happened? So it's like a big screenshot of me making like, one of the dumb faces that I make. And he starts going in about you blackballing Tory Lanez, 6ix9ine, and NBA YoungBoy. And we were just talking about, then you'll have a campaign with NBA YoungBoy on Apple Music.
Rap Life just did a campaign with NBA YoungBoy.
And then Tory Lanez's album, the pop thing.
Tory Lanez's last album, wasn't it a prom pop 80s album? That didn't have nothing to do with Rap Life?
Yeah, I don't understand that. So that's not blackballing. 6ix9ine, well, he just makes horrible music.
Well, no, 6ix9ine, it should be noted, I personally played the record on my show on Apple with him dissing me all the time because I thought it was hilarious.
You find that funny, man.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
If you want to get burned and you got a movement out here, talk I'm going to play it. And the other one with Nicki Minaj was a huge hit. Like, we supported that. Yeah. So I'm not quite sure.
I'm not understanding where he's getting his intel from. Like, I'm not sure if he's calling Larry or, he's talking to you or whatever. So it's like, I've seen all these artists that he's named on playlists or on Apple Music or whatever the case is. So I'm not sure where the blackballing conversation comes from.
Now, it's been documented. I think we've talked about, look, I've had conversations with Tory about how I dislike how he handled the Megan Thee Stallion thing. And I said that to Tory Lanez.
Right.
And I've said it in public.
Right.
But I don't recall, and I didn't like, and for the record, I did not like the release of an album talking about his feelings for Megan Thee Stallion.
Right.
And talking about kind of tangentially talking about the incident without actually
talking about the incident.
And in no way, shape, or form being like, yo, I'm sorry. Like, I would never want to hurt you. Like, you're talking about people picking sides, but you picking sides. You're the one that's picking Tory Lane's side, putting out information that is not true to cape for your dude.
Like, you're acting as a legal representative. Like, I didn't know he passed the bar. Like, I didn't know he had, he went to Harvard Law. Like, he knew all this shit. I thought.
Don't look at me. Don't even put
No,
the
I
cameras
just
on
made
you.
No, that's your people. We thought maybe you knew about his academic achievements.
His name
You
is
know what I'm saying?
Akademiks, so we thought maybe.
Yeah, maybe you know about his, you know what I'm saying?
My friend, no, look, Akademiks has always been on his investigative courtroom reporting on legal. He does love that, right? He's thorough, but when I can have had no conversations about this, about Megan, about Tory, about none of it. I don't know. I can't tell you what's going on in his mind. I could hit him and ask him.
But we do know we love the promo, my man.
So there we go. So
everything
is
appreciate the promo.
We know that. We all agree on that. And that is the Rap Life Review. We are here every week. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you check us out. Subscribe. We cover what's going on out here. As you can see, we cover even things that are shitting on us. We'll cover that too. We don't have a problem with that. I'm Ebro, Nadeska, Low. We'll see y'all next week. Thank you very much.